What's going on, my lovely fellow Librans? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tony Michelle, and basically I'm just another spiritual ass bitch here on the internet. Yeah, we are not all love, light, twin flames, and unicorns over here, so please keep that in mind. And let's get into your reading, because I'm just feeling your reading is just, the energy of it is so freaking beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. And I was trying to put it together last night. I was trying to look at the charts and take notes and everything to go over the astrology in this reading like we always do. And nothing was coming to me. It was very odd. And so I was like, okay, like I guess I'll just put off the notes for Libra for tomorrow when I do the rest of the signs notes I have to do. And I don't know, something just, it just started coming to me today. I don't know what it was. It just started coming to me. And that's kind of how I feel you guys have been feeling, like kind of blocked. And so much is coming to me for you guys for some reason. So I have a bunch of notes here, and then I also just meditated so I could kind of really tap into the energy, which I do before every reading. But I did it a little bit more formally for you guys. And what I was seeing, the first thing that I saw, Libra, was a dove. And what I got from the dove was basically freedom. Freedom to fly. Okay. And another thing that just came to me actually is also miracles. Believing in miracles. And I'm not trying to get all like woo woo and crazy on you guys or anything, but literally that's what I'm channeling for you guys, is like the power of faith, the power of miracles, the power of freedom. Really, it's just so much about freedom and spreading your wings and fly. And it's also very much about exploring your options, about experimentation, about basically a new path is going to present itself, I feel, for a lot of you this month, if it hasn't already. But for sure, sometime this month, a new path is going to present itself to you. And I think you may second guess it at first. I think you may get to the path and kind of be like, I don't know about this, like. And so I'm going to tell you what I have been channeling for you, just looking at the charts and just intuitively and through these cards, how you can kind of deal with this energy that's going on, because I do feel there's a lot of Libras right now that, whether you're sun, moon, or rising, this can resonate for all, but do check your other signs. Some signs may resonate more than others. Just keep that in mind. This is a general reading. But I do feel like there are some Libras that are feeling restricted, and that was another thing that came to me when I was meditating. I even heard the words like a narrow path, and so it seems like you guys are kind of on this, you feel like you're on this narrow path, or like the doors are kind of closing in, or you have been feeling like that. Maybe not all of you feel like that, but some of you, I'm really getting, feel like that, or you've been feeling like you've just been walking this like never-ending path that's super narrow, and you don't have much room to expand or explore for whatever reason, and you feel a little bit restricted. You feel like you've been just walking and walking and walking and walking, and you're like, oh my god, am I ever going to get to either a crossroads or a sign, or you know, a wider path or a new path? Like, am I ever going to get what I'm looking for? Am I ever going to achieve something, or am I just going to keep walking and walking and walking and walking? And I feel like a lot of you have been feeling like you've been somewhat separated, in the sense that you haven't been appreciated for something, or you haven't been seen for something, or that you haven't been truly able to shine in your Libra self. You've been feeling held back, or just like you're kind of like, I don't know what to do with this anymore. It almost feels like you hit like a block or like a brick wall, and you're just like, how do I get through this? How do I get through this? You know, and that's what I'm really feeling. And then I also feel that some of you guys as well are actually starting to kind of get out of that, and you're starting to kind of spread out. You're starting to kind of feel a little bit less restricted. Okay. Now, do keep in mind there's a bunch of crazy shit going on in the world, like this quarantine. So I know not all of you are, you know, I know, and I do feel like some of you guys are, it's really bothering you, because I don't know, I kept getting that a lot of you are wanting to really be social and interact with people and interact with friends. Or maybe you had plans with friends or something for some of you, and this quarantine has kind of really affected that. And I'm also getting that there's a sense of a lot of stress in the family environment for a lot of you as well. There's a lot of stress in the family environment, a lot of change, a lot of transformation, a lot of unexpected things in the family environment that are causing some issues, okay? And there's a lot more too, but the next thing that I got in my meditation was I kept seeing an eye. And it somewhat looked Egyptian, like kind of like the Eye of Ra symbol, but a little different. And so I'm not exactly sure what that means yet, but I feel like it has something to do with your outlook. And I feel like this month is giving you a whole new outlook. It is showing you things in a whole new light. You're seeing the bigger picture of things. You're seeing things from a wider perspective this month. And there's a lot of harmony to be found this month. There's a lot of, even though it's crazy and it's insane, because what I'm channeling for you guys is so much different than any of the other signs that I've done so far. It's been a little bit more difficult, I feel, for the other signs, but for you guys, I think you guys have been through the difficult part and you're coming out of it in a way this month, and I feel like a new path is going to appear to you. There's a lot of learning as well, I feel, for you guys this month, maybe learning new languages, learning new skills, and I also see a lot of you guys possibly doing some online dating as well, some online quarantine dating, some social distancing dating, and it may sound silly. Some of you guys that aren't doing that may be laughing at me right now, but I'm serious. If you're a single Libra, looking at your guys' chart, I truly feel like you guys need to break through this narrowness that you have, okay? This could also be narrow-mindedness. This month is going to expand your thinking, expand your outlook, expand your consciousness, and in that, you're going to find freedom, you're going to find liberation, you're going to find out who you really are, okay? Because the first thing we have here is Aries reversed for one of your oracle cards, and in this deck it has Aries I Am. So I feel like some of you guys have been lost. Some of you guys, and plus there's a lot of focus on relationships right now for Libras. I mean, we have Saturn and Mars. Mars is the ruler of your opposite sign, your relationship sign, in the house of fun, romance, dating, and in the sign of Aquarius. So that right there gives a lot of focus to romance, love, dating, children as well. And then we also have the sun in your opposite sign of Aries. Okay, so there's a lot of focus on your social life, your relationship life, your friend groups, things like that. And so you've maybe been so focused on doing things for other people, or really trying to maybe even be there or take care of other people, or really just help other people in some way. And this has possibly caused you to get off balance with yourself in some way, or to get off balance with something to do with your individuality. And so this month, I feel like you're getting back on track with that, Libra, and that is absolutely beautiful. There's so much like mystical energy in your reading. It's insane, and I'm like living for it. Okay, so I actually just brought my laptop so I could look at the chart, read my notes, do the cards, so just bear with me. I'm going to try to do this all the best that I can. Being a Libra sun myself and an Aquarian moon, double air, it's very hard for me to stay focused. So let's go ahead and start. So like I said, the main themes I feel for you guys this month is exploring your options. You guys are definitely exploring new options. I think that you guys are, another thing I was getting is that you're kind of being pulled out of the hell that you've been in, okay? Especially regarding home life, family life, a place to live, your living arrangements, your living situations, your family dynamics, and things of that nature. There's been a lot of change and destruction, rebirth, death, and transformation in your family sector and your home sector since 2008, okay? And I feel like you're starting to kind of gradually pull out of that area, especially now that Saturn is in Aquarius, and it is going to go back into your family sector in a few months, but I think it's going to be different this time when it does that. So another big thing is that the nodes have been in, the North Node has been in your family sector, so you've been really focused on family, okay? Or I'm sorry, the North Node has been in your career sector, so but the South Node has been in your family sector. So you've been really, your family life, your dynamics, where you feel safe, your foundation has been just completely shattered. It's been like a volcano that just erupted. That's what I'm getting for whatever reason. Over the last the South Node's been in there for the last 18 months. So over the last 18 months for that, you know, there's been so many things swept away when it comes to your home life, your family life, your dynamics, your mothering ability, or your mother as well. And you've been kind of pushed outward to really start enjoying work more, enjoying your career more, finding your power in the world, okay? Growing up in a sense as well. So there's been a lot. You've been through a lot, but the next month the nodes will change and they will move into a sector for you that is actually very fun. It is actually very curious and all about exploring, okay? All about meeting new people, learning new things, expanding your education, expanding your mind, expanding your consciousness, like listening to other people's beliefs and researching beliefs, cultures, languages. And I do see you guys, some of you guys could definitely be learning about those things already this month with Venus in this sector this month, which is our ruling planet, okay? Our ruling planet is going to be in a beautiful place for us where we can get out of our comfort zones, where we can explore, where we can come up with new ideas, where we can find our purpose, okay? That's another thing. You're going to be finding a lot of what you're going to be very focused on your purpose for the next 18 months after this month. But this month is closing up this huge cycle you've been dealing with your public life, your career, your sense of authority, your achievements versus family, home life, all of that. So you're finally closing out that cycle, which is amazing after this month. But you're going to start feeling that energy of, you know, exploration and new, you know, and purpose and meaning and beliefs and, you know, higher education, travel, you know, and I know a lot of you guys may want to travel, you know, during this time, and hopefully this quarantine doesn't last too much longer, but I kind of doubt it. I kind of doubt that. So, but there's still ways that you can expand your mind and have new experiences, even from the comfort of your home, okay? So you just have to be creative. You have to be innovative. That's a huge thing that I see for you this month as well. You have to be able to really expand your thinking, expand your perspective on things. So, like I said, Mars and Saturn is in your 5th house, so things may be getting a little bit disconnected in the love and romance department. You may have to get a little bit innovative, find new unique ideas or different ways to express yourself, okay, and to connect with people. So technology, great way. You may be using technology for creative projects to help people or to do something in the world. So with Venus in the sign of Gemini, you're looking to explore something new in the relationship department and also your relationship with other parts of the world. You're becoming more curious. You want to try more things. You're becoming more curious about love and the vast, you know, the vast sense of love, the broad sense of love. What is love on a grand scale? You're becoming more curious about romance and also different projects, cultures, languages, friends, travel, all of those things that I've said. You're looking to explore more options, explore new ideas, new skills even. I do feel like some of you guys could potentially meet someone this month if you're looking, okay? If you're already in a relationship, just disregard that. But if you're looking to meet someone or you're looking to possibly, you know, date online or anything, I do think you have a pretty good chance of meeting someone. And they may be someone that's from like a different background or even from far away, or that, you know, was from far away, or, you know, is from a different country or currently lives in a different country, or it just may be someone that's from a different background, that's different than you, or that's out of your typical type or out of your typical comfort zone, but they could actually really teach you a lot, Libra. So I think this is a great idea to connect with people from different parts of the world if you can. This is really going to expand your mind and expand your thinking, and it's also going to help you grow tremendously, okay? Like, I really do feel that for you. It's going to help break you out of some kind of shell and this kind of narrowness that you've felt like you may have been in. So anyways, the Libra full moon on the 7th, this could be a crossroads for us, you know? I really do feel like there's so much creative energy and abundance to be had around this full moon for us. There's a lot going on here when it comes to you maybe finding new ways to express yourself and to basically connect your health, mind, body, and spirit to balance those things out. Also, this could also bring about a new vision, a new outlook that may be forming for you around this Libra full moon. And I also felt like some of you, this could even be you coming out about something, or kind of coming out of the dark about something, coming out of the closet, so to say, and expressing your talents. It's a great time to focus on projects, fun activities, your talents, experimentation, you know, and curiosity. Let yourself get curious this month, Libra. Let yourself experiment. This is what is going to truly, I feel, allow you to get in a new headspace, to feel differently, to open up a new path for you, to open up your mind, and to cause you to feel better and honestly more happier, more balanced. And also it's going to give you a tremendous sense of faith and just communion with yourself and even others possibly. Now, it may not be in person, obviously, but I do see something happening here with that. So before we go any farther, let's read the cards, because I know a lot of you guys just like the cards and some of you guys like both. So let's go ahead and read the cards. So the first week here in April, you have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands that came out here, okay? So the main thing that I'm getting with this is there has been some limitations in the financial department, okay? And it may not even be your finances. This could be a loan, credit, business, organization, institution. But there's something financial or economic going on here, I feel, for you that has been kind of stopping you from doing something possibly. Now, I also feel there's like a stubbornness here as well. There's kind of like a stubbornness here, either from someone in your life or even from yourself. I'm not sure which one. If this is someone in your life, this could be someone that's that may start feeling like they're holding you back a little bit, okay? That may feel like they're holding you back a little bit. Give me 1 second here, because I do want to show you the cards at the bottom of the deck as well. But first, I want to get a quick card to clarify these first two cards. So yeah, this could be someone that's holding you back a little bit financially. And I also feel that whatever this is going to kind of cause you or determine you. Whatever happens around this time, it definitely, I think, is going to deal with something financial. Yeah, okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Surprise, surprise. It's definitely going to deal with something financial here, Libra, where you have to kind of make a decision. This could also be a contract or an agreement that you feel has been holding you back. It could even be as simple as a marriage or a relationship, or something to do with your partner's income or finances, a job. There's something here that you're just like, I've been so determined, or I was determined, or I've put so much into this. I've been protecting this, or I've really gave it my all, but I'm still not sure. Okay, there's a sense of unsurety here, if that's even a word. There's a sense of being unsure here when it comes to either a person, a financial obligation or responsibility that you feel is blocking you from something, or a job or something along those lines. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm getting for your first week here. But then the second week, we have the Three of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this truly tells me that there's a new option. There's a new path opening up. Okay, so this is where things start opening up for you. I truly do feel like a new path starts opening up. You either start investing in something, or investing your time, money, or energy into something new, or there's a new creative idea that's developing, or that a new thing that you're starting. With the Page of Pentacles here, a new thing that you're learning, a new thing, a new skill. Okay, but there's something that opens up here for you that brings that fire back for you, where you're like, oh wow, I'm passionate about this, I'm determined about this, I could see me doing this in the future, okay? And you're really thinking about what it is that, what seeds you can plant. You're looking in the future and you're like, wow, that's what I want to do. It's like you find something else that sparks your interest, that sparks your curiosity, and that sparks that flame within you again. So moving on to the 4th week, we have the Knight of Wands and we have Temperance. So this is interesting. So this could be a few things, since this is a general reading, you guys, just remember that, because I do see a lot of relationship stuff here for you, even at the bottom of the deck as well, which we're going to go over in a minute because I thought this was all really interesting. So with the Knight of Wands here and the Temperance card, this is definitely a form of higher learning. Both of these cards can sometimes be associated with Sagittarian energy, which I think is interesting as well. There's a fire forming inside of you. You're like determined, you're ready to do something. And with this Temperance card, it's like you're balancing things back out, you're balancing yourself back out. You are getting into some kind of dance, yoga, art, alchemy, something. You are changing yourself. You are inspired, okay? This could, I would even say for some of you, this could be a sense of travel, but it may not be, if we're still quarantined, which we're likely going to be, it may not be in a sense of actually leaving and going somewhere new, but it may be a sense of traveling in the sense of in your mind. I know that sounds weird, but traveling in the sense of, like I said, experiencing other cultures somehow, experiencing new experiences. Like that's what this is new experiences. I really do feel that. Almost like making something work, balancing something back out, bringing something into harmony that, you know, it can also be making a decision, right? This is where you could be making your decision. Now, also, and I think that's interesting, you know, we have the sun and the moon. It would almost look like a full moon, and we have the Libra full moon happening this month. So, it's kind of integration, bringing together the opposites and having fun doing it, okay? So, what I also see here is there's almost this, if this is talking about a relationship for you, Libra, if there's been some separation or some distance or some difficulty in a relationship, I do think that there's something that comes back into harmony here. There's something that gets reconciled or figured out or comes back into balance. But either way, you're seeing the bigger picture here. You're bringing things back into harmony, right? Temperance is kind of like the guardian angel. You're feeling that sense of energy again, and that connection to source again. And it's coming, it's just, there's just a lot of energy. That's the best way I can describe it. It's hard for me to put what I'm getting here in words. There's just a lot of energy, and it's important that you do something with that energy, okay? That you dance, that you do a ritual, that you learn, that you go for a walk, that you paint, that you meditate, like just do something with all that energy. Okay. Towards the end of the month, we have the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Wands. So this is beautiful. Once again, with the Ace of Swords here, this is, once again, it's like, this is like a consciousness upgrade, like a shift in consciousness completely, Libra. This is like a serious shift in consciousness. And where is it coming from? From experience. Okay, some kind of experience really opens you up and like helps you to bring things together and to connect the dots again, and gives you a complete new change of mind, a complete new outlook, perception on things, okay? And I really feel like also for a more kind of day-to-day level, I think you guys are learning towards the end of the month. You guys like make the decision to truly start learning something, learning a new skill, learning about meditation, learning about even not necessarily protection, because I'm not really like big on like a protection shit when it comes to spirituality, but learning how to find that inner connection to source, right? Learning how to find that inner connection to source. And if you see, this light is shining right from her solar plexus, which is basically our connection to source. It's going within to find that connection, and it's going to completely blow your mind, okay? It's going to completely blow your mind. Both of these women have their eyes closed. I really think it has something to do with meditation, yoga, some kind of practice that lets you center yourself, connect to yourself, and shut out the world. Your last card we have here, which is basically your theme, like what you're going to learn by the end of this month, what the end of this month is going to look like, is the Seven of Pentacles, which is beautiful. So you are definitely on this new path by the end of this month. You are definitely, you know, you've planted your seeds like we were talking about. In the second week here, you're just like, you're coming up with the idea for this, okay? You're coming up with like, you're looking ahead at doing this, but I don't think you actually like really take action until the third week or around middle of the month, okay? Mid to end month. But here you're planting them, you're manifesting, you are making it happen, Libra, which is just beautiful. So the bottom of the deck really quick, we have, so we have the Devil and the Lovers. Okay, so there's definitely some stuff going on here in the relationship department. Feeling a little bit, I kind of feel like there may have been some problems with like sexuality here. Just honestly like trying to connect to your partner, but maybe it was hard in some way, okay? Because we also have the Knight of Wands here. So I kind of feel like you wanted more in your relationship that you weren't getting. And you kind of have been either feeling trapped in some form in your relationship, or you kind of felt like maybe the romance wasn't there anymore. But I do see you guys moving out of that, because this describes it even more. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So this tells me there was either some disappointment in your relationship, or maybe you were feeling like you missed something in your love life, or you missed some kind of opportunity. Maybe you were thinking about getting with someone else, or someone new asked you out on a date and you declined, and you were like, what the hell? That's kind of specific, so that's not going to be for everybody. But yeah, there's a sense of feeling a little either bored, dissatisfied, or unsure about a relationship, possibly stuck, like there was some stagnant energy in the relationship. Now, yeah, the Devil's here. I'm not saying that it was necessarily bad or super toxic or anything, because that's the only card, you know, that's kind of telling me that they're, other than the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, but we don't have anything crazy, like, you know, I don't know. We don't have anything crazy here telling me basically that this is some kind of crazy toxic thing, okay? So, but there's definitely a sense of feeling stagnant in the relationship, or a worry about money, finances. Now for some of you, I'm really getting, this isn't going to be the case for all of you, but for some of you, relationships and finances has been an issue, okay? So either you haven't been able to get out of a relationship due to finances or contracts or being married or something, or your partner's finances has been an issue, like either you couldn't get out of it because they needed help and you felt bad for them, or it wasn't that you wanted to get out of it, it was just that finances were an issue, okay? And they were somehow affecting your relationship or putting stress on your relationship. But then we literally have Judgment and the Sun. So this tells me freedom. I mean, this is just freedom. It's like, it's almost like something frees you. It's like you, because they're both kind of with their chest open and connecting to source, or whatever you want to call it, connecting to their higher self. And it's like something sets you free. Okay? Something sets you free. And I feel like it has something to do with this month. Like this month, a new path opens up. And we do see that right before the Judgment and the Sun with the Four of Cups here, because she's being offered this cup, but she can't see it just yet. So a huge realization happens here. Okay, a huge truth, a huge realization, a huge truth comes out. And this either helps you move on, okay, or helps you meet someone new, or it helps your relationship and something is reconciled. Okay, it's going to be different for different ones of you. But with the Two of Cups and the Hierophant, this tells me that this is an opportunity for growth, okay? And I know that phrase is normally, or can be sometimes looked down as like bad or whatever you want to call it, or looked on as, you know, opportunity for growth. That's not very fun. But no, what I see here is you guys possibly connecting with someone like that, like I said, is out of your comfort zone, but that's going to teach you something, okay? Now this could be someone that you're already with, but there's something here with a connection with someone that is going to teach you something, or that is going to mentor you, or that you're going to get help from, okay? Because the Hierophant can also sometimes be financial institutions. So some of you guys could be getting help from a financial institution, or you could be leaving behind a financial institution, and someone could help you do that. But either way, this is definitely beautiful. This is help from someone, Libra. Someone that's out of your comfort zone, someone that's going to teach you the way. I'm also getting a huge sense of like higher self. So this is really also connecting to your higher self. If you don't meet someone this month, if you don't try to meet someone this month, this could also just be connecting to you, okay? Connecting to your higher self, connecting to source again. Figuring out what you believe, right? Figuring out what you believe, figuring out what vibes with you. What are your vibes? What vibes with you? What beliefs vibe with you? So, your oracle cards really quick, because I know this is a long one. So we have lunar eclipse change after the Aries card. We have void of course moon. We also have Gemini, I think, and 6th house routine. Okay, so like I said, you're going through a huge change this month. Okay, there's something in your life that's changing this month when it comes to who you are, your individuality, and yeah, there's just something, there's definitely a huge change like we've talked about. And then we have void of course moon. So that tells me that you've been kind of in the shadows for a little while, Libra, or you may go in the shadows for a little bit this month in order to find yourself again, okay? And then we also have Gemini, I think, and the 6th house routine. So this tells me you are possibly developing some kind of spiritual routine this month, or you are learning some kind of new skill every day or on a day-to-day basis, developing some kind of new routine, new outlook on things, like we've talked about as well, meditation, learning new things that are going to help you as a part of your routine, which is awesome. So back to your astrology really quick. I only have a few more things and then we'll be done. If you've made it this far, comment down below and let me know, because you're a bad bitch and I appreciate it. Or you're a badass and I appreciate it if you're a dude. So anyways, what I see here also for this month, Libra, is that it's super, super important for you to focus on projects, fun activities, your talents, experimentation and curiosity, okay? Because this is going to give you so much inspiration and faith within yourself and the divine. Also, you have a lot of energy, or not a lot of energy, but you have Mercury and Neptune in Pisces, okay? It's in the sky, it's in there right now, which is a part for you that is about your daily routines. And for whatever reason, I kept getting drawn to that when I was looking at the first half of this month. And so I think it's really important right now that if you're not already, that you're dancing, that you're painting, okay? That you try to forgive anything that you can, anything that's been bothering you, try to forgive, okay? If we don't condemn, then we don't need to forgive, right? Forgiveness starts with you, because you're the one holding the resentment, okay? You can't control what anybody else does, right? But you can control what you do, and forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for yourself. Okay, so there's a level of forgiveness here that can be had. Expression, dreaming, compassion, charity, art, meditation, all of these will help you connect to source. And also, I feel some of you may also be trying to inspire others as well. And I also put a new path or option may present itself, breaking free from financial obligations, other resources, or not other resources, but other people's resources, and becoming more independent financially and more free financially. So, and some of you guys could even be thinking about coming up with like innovative or unique ideas in order to possibly be more grown up financially, so you don't have to depend on anyone. I was kind of getting that for some of you too. Now, the last big thing that's happening this month is the Taurus new moon, which is going to be conjunct Uranus, and a place for you that deals with other people's money. So banks, institutions, loans, credit, all of those kinds of things, okay? Your partner's money, any money that you get that isn't generated by you, that doesn't come from you, that comes from other people, okay? I really feel this new moon is going to be possibly, so something kind of specific came to me for this. I kind of felt like some of you guys that are in a relationship, your partner may get some kind of information that changes something financially or with their finances within your family or your home, or just your family dynamic or your living arrangements in some way. Now, I know that was specific and random, but that was kind of one thing I was getting. And another thing that I was getting was that you could be dealing with financial institutions, organizations, contracts, or legal documents around this Taurus new moon, okay? But the result of this is changing something also within your home life, within your family life as well, okay? And so it's kind of weird because there's an emphasis on your relationships or basically your partner's finances or someone else's money, but also there's this harmonic aspect between Mars and Venus, which are the two, which are your guys' ruling planets, yours and Aries ruling planets, and Aries is your relationship sector. So it's kind of weird. So I almost feel like there may be a misunderstanding, or there could just be a random change that affects you both, but you're on the same page at the same time. So I'm not sure. It's kind of weird. Definitely let me know down below if any of that kind of happens and how it turns out, to give a little bit more perspective if you would like. So that is all for your long AF reading, Libra. Thank you guys so much if you watched this whole video. This reading was badass. I'm a Libra sun, so I'm excited. But let me know down below if you liked this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help me out, especially during these hard times. Also, in case you didn't know, I'm opening a new intuitive tarot course that starts on April 7th. So if you would like to sign up, see the description below. If you're watching this after April 7th but would like to sign up still, you can. You'll still get access to the previous lessons that we've done to catch up on, so it's completely up to you. But yeah, I love you and thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.